Well, I pulled the lever on a slot machine and quarters came out shiny and clean. I took my winnings and I cashed them in. Don't you know it felt good to be rich again? Went back home, sat down and ate, got to thinking that I needed to celebrate. Oh, New York City was my destination. Times Square, Penn Station. At the train I gave my bags to the porter. He smiled at me, so I gave him a quarter. His eyes lit up, so I gave him 4 more. He did a backward somersault across the floor. I popped a piece of chewing gum. Said, "Look out, New York. Here I come."
Timmy.
Spent 5 quarters on a snack, hailed a cab and sat in the back. Oh, I felt important being driven around. You know it's 36 quarters to the other side of town. I met up with my cousin Pete. He's got some digs on Bleecker Street. It's a 2nd-story loft apartment. It's about as big as my glove compartment. But it's got a window with a view of all the stuff you're gonna do. Yeah, they got buildings rising up to the sun. I just kept staring down at everyone. Said, "I bet this place costs a bunch." Said it costs 56,252 quarters a month. Utilities not included.
Holy shit.
Well, I've been in New York City twice in my life, seen Sandra Bernhardt both darn times. Once she was walking down the street, the other's on the cover of a magazine. Now I wouldn't exactly say we're friends, but if I see her again, well, I certainly would say hello. Gotta treat people good wherever you go. You can push, you can shove, I don't care. If it were up to me, it wouldn't get you nowhere. Oh, you give money to your congressman. Ain't that sweet? When's the last time you gave up your subway seat? Here's a funny little saying. I think I wrote it. Even the Big Apple would taste better if it was candy coated. Well, me and Pete walked around till our feet got sore, ate all kinds of food and opened all kinds of doors. Yeah, we drank all kinds of beer, met every kind of one, spent all kinds of money on all kinds of fun. But Pete had to work and my quarters were low, so I wandered out into the snow. I woke up plenty early on, so I could get where I was going. But it's a hustle and a bustle and a New York talk. I was standing on a corner because it said, "Don't walk." I got mixed up, I got turned around. I lost my footing, I lost my ground. I looked up at one point, I was on Broadway. That makes me famous, wouldn't you say? Well, I was sweating and fretting and it started to rain. Soaking wet, I couldn't find my train. Well, I gave a stranger nearly all my quarters. Said, "Help me find that smiling porter." Well, I made it to my train just in time. Last call, Delaware line. I felt so good to see that porter. I reached in my pocket. I was out of quarters. Well, we made it to my stop and the train tracks screeched. The porter kicked my bags out on the street. I spent the night on a couch with my friends. Don't you know it felt good to be poor again? Maybe next time I'll stay with Sandra Bernhardt. Heard she's got a nice apartment. Bet it costs a bunch of quarters.
Oh, this is yours.
Yeah.